Scary Movie 6? Is it as bad as people say? Or do they just think Scary Movie 1 is just that good because of nostalgia? It's nostalgia, because Scary Movie 6, it's equal to first one, I'd say. First one's just a bit better, but still. Number 6, just as good, honestly. And it's nostalgia that make people say, oh, this new one's bad and the original's so good. It's nostalgia. So, I'm just gonna go through Scary Movie 6 and point out what I like and didn't like most reviews. So we have the first scene, which is basically starts off as a parody of Scary Movie 6. No, sorry, Scream 6. And it's, you think, oh, she's gonna get stabbed. But then you get a really good joke, which I'm just gonna show a quick clip of. So unmute. So then goes back. It had a good twist because you think, oh, she's gonna get stabbed, but no. Ghostface gets beaten up, which I do really enjoy that. But the twists you get more twists. Don't worry. It's revealed it was just someone watching a movie, which that makes this opening a reference to Scary Movie 6, Scary Movie 4, and also because of General Taker and Ghostface, a reference of Scary Movie 5. That's 3 references in how many minutes? 5 minutes. So yeah, that I really did like. And then you get the Jack Quaid parody, who's just Jack, and he's hot. I'm sorry. Whenever I was watching a scene where he's in it, I was just thinking, he's hot. And that's my fault, but how can you not? I mean, look at him. Anyway, so basically what's happening is they're basically just doing the plot of Scream 5 where she has to go see her sister. That's essentially what's happening. And then you also get him in the Ghostface robe, which, again, hotter. Just look at him. I'm sorry, but also men do what straight men do talk about women's appearances, so I'm going to talk about his. He's hot as hell. Then obviously you get the reference to Final Destination 3, which I thought number 3, it makes sense and just thought it's interesting choice. Then you get the best character in all the movies, Brenda. And like, here's the scene. And I love that she's Ma from the movie Ma, which that is funny that they chose to give her that kind of look, and it makes sense with the ending, which we'll get to. Oh yeah, then you get introduced to like her kids and her son's girlfriend, who's they say is a hoe, which yeah they make jokes about, which it's a funny movie. I will say that. Then you get you get some trans jokes, but like I'd say they're harmless and they do make fun of more adults that don't like trans people more. I'd say they make fun of more. But yeah, they do make fun of trans people, but it's nothing too transphobic. Like, it's nothing like in the first Scary Movie with that trans joke. It's nothing like that extreme. And it's like, it's not the best, but it's trying. So I'm not going to mention these jokes too much because they are very brief and like they take up I'd say 5 minutes at most of the film's runtime. Then we get the Michael Myers, the Halloween reference, which again I do love that we get back. This is funny, and her as Laura Strode is funny because she's not aged that much, and yet like the wig does a lot. Also, Jack is hot. I'm sorry. Anyway, moving on. That's funny. Him being impaled. That's really funny. I will be saying it's a funny a lot, but do I have any problems with it? No, because I like that they're making fun of the mother daughter stuff from Halloween instead of actually doing it. They just make fun of it, and again, they just they make fun of it in a good way because they combine. They obviously can't really combine much from the Scream requels because they don't really do much with the requel formula besides the kills. Whereas Halloween, they need to make fun of a lot because that's like what invented the requel formula, and they do a good job at mixing that in with the newer Scream films and other requels like Candyman. Oh, and then you get this scene, which when I saw it, I knew it was going to be bad. I can't show much of it though because of testicles. But yeah, it's a good scene, and yeah, I like it. It's a good art for clown makeup. Now, moving on. Yeah, you get the sinners scene, which is just more gay rage jokes, which I've heard some people complain that they don't like the jokes about Ray being gay. But here's my opinion as a gay man myself. They're funny. They make me laugh. I'm sorry. They're enjoyable. Then I am gonna have to skip some scenes just for time purposes, but you get like Tuesday in the hospital and it's funny. Oh, and you get a bunch of jokes about how Jack is basically Ted Bundy, which interesting choice. Yeah, you get this whole scene from the original Scary Movie, from like Scream, one of the Scream films. I'm gonna have to skip this, but you get jokes about his pecker. And then, yeah, I'm gonna have to skip this scene because of nudity, but Shorty gets high and sees naked demon women, and it's a reference to K-pop demon hunters, which most people say would say, oh, that doesn't make sense, but it does, and here's why. If the first two Scary Movie films were the most 2000s shit ever made, this is the most 2026 movie ever made. And then you get a reference to Get Out, which I will say it's really funny. Should something like Get Out be treated as funny? No. Then you get a cameo from Bobby from the first Scary Movie. My only complaint, I wish they did more with him, honestly, because he was really funny. But it's a reference to Smile, which I really like. And yeah, it does what you'd expect. Or then you get the Michael Jackson jokes, which I'm surprised they didn't do more, honestly. But obviously, just seeing them make fun of it is enough for me, because obviously I don't like the Michael Jackson movie or biopics or Michael Jackson, so I like the jokes they make. And yeah, then you get him in leather gloves, which again hot. I'm sorry, but they also make an OJ Simpson joke, and I also, which dated but makes sense. But I love how they make it obvious he's a killer, and they just roll with it, making fun of obviously how in Scream 5, he was the killer, and I like how they make fun of how obvious it is. They both get into laughing gas, which I like that because in Scream, Ghostface is already a doofus, but in the Scary Movie films, they just make it even more obvious because they're making it just more of an extreme. And then, like, you get him in slow mo, but then it's like, this is what they're actually doing. And that I really like this because it's parodying that scene. Then you get Doofy. Forgot to mention, yeah, Doofy's back. Sorry, I forgot to mention. He's the same as he was, which I do like that they say they do give an explanation to why he's not in prison. The explanation is he was doing the White House riots, you know, that thing in 2020. And he's also a COVID conspiracy nut, and he was pardoned, which I like that because it's making fun of, you know, people who support Trump, which I'm all for making fun of them kind of people. But and it also makes fun of Fox News, which I do enjoy, and basically, yeah, and it's good. And he gets killed off after a joke about him being gross, which, this scene. This is the only scene I didn't find funny. Like most of the other scenes I found funny. It's only the only reason I don't find it funny is because it's basically just the scene from the original film, just not as original or funny. And yeah, Yeah, so then you get a scene in the hospital that they're making it Fuller's joke, which I do like, and they make a joke where it's too obscure, even though they did reference it, and then, this does the opposite of the What's Up scene, where the What's Up scene felt a bit forced and, like, not that funny, whereas this scene is funny, and I think it is her, how she says it. Let's have a look. See, that's how they should do callbacks to the original film, because that's funny. But and then yet they do a Candyman reference, which is okay, nothing too special. Or they get Ghostface hired to play Dead by Daylight, which I like. Oh, so Brenda handed out kids candy, but it was actually high, like druggy candy. So let me just find the scene. Basically, she handed out candy to kids, and they end up being run over. And also, a bunch of Jack and the others, they show up wanting to come to the party, but they're white and they're very they make jokes that it's a Sinners reference. But I will say Jack is hot still. I'm sorry. He's just perfect. And then you get us referencing John Wick, where they're all like battling, but I can't show much of it because they use dildos, and YouTube didn't like that. So, but yeah, it gets revealed that the Ho character was Ghostface, and you also get revealed that it was also Jack. But then again, that man is so hot. I wish they had more of him in it, but the scenes we get of him, he's thriftable. Yeah, and then it gets revealed that the real killers who end up killing him was Shaq. Shaq! Like, was he not enough in Scary Movie 4, which they do reference, and this scene, I've heard a lot of people complain that they complain about not the Wayne brothers being kicked out too much, but like, if I was them, I would also like to make jokes and complain. But it's just this one scene where they do it. Like, the rest of the film, they don't really mention it that much. And it's like Shorty and Ray also do it. They get the gay jokes in, which I like. Again, I'm okay with it. I understand if someone else don't find it funny. They kill Shaq and this other guy who didn't win an Oscar, just nominated. And then, oh, you get the twist ending, which I love. This ending, honestly, I do, because they tie up their kids and kill them all. So Sydney and Brenda are the killers, which I love, and it's just perfect. Honestly, I love it because it's making fun of how in these new recall movies, all these new characters are supposed to replace the old characters, but realistically, that's that they are not replacing them because they need the recall characters. Hollywood thinks new characters won't survive, and that's why they won't kill off any recall characters, and that's what most recall characters. So yeah, and it makes fun of that. Hollywood really, they won't replace the recall characters unless the actor dies or like it's another story. But they won't kill off all the recall characters because they're scared. So, like the franchise will fail, and it makes fun of that when they end up killing their own children in like a bad CGI fire. And then in the end credits, you get all the long leg stuff like that you did see in trailer because in the actual movie you saw like one scene with Take My Strong Hand, like his character. You saw one scene, but the rest of it was in the end credits, which I think sucks. But maybe they put it in the rest of the movie in the extended cut. I don't know. Or maybe in the extended cut, you get to see, I don't know, something else with him, or just extended scenes. I don't know. I just know, like, it's a bit weird for it all to be in, the end credits and nothing else. Like, I just think that's a bit weird for them to do as a choice. But other than that, yeah, I think it's a fantastic movie. And honestly, I think Is Scary Movie 6 or Scary Movie just Scary Movie that bad? No, I think it's great. Just as good as the original, and it has an advantage. It has a hot guy in it. I know I have low standards when it comes to what I like in a movie. But it's like Rocky Horror. Does that film make sense? No, but does it have hot people in it? Yes. Therefore good. And I think Scary Movie 6 is not that bad. Just as good as the original. Because a while ago I did give a ranking of my Scary Movie, the top 3 being Scary Movie 1, Scary Movie 4, and then 3. Scary Movie 3 is being dethroned. Now my ranking is Scary Movie 1, Scary Movie 4, Scary Movie 6, Scary Movie 3, Scary Movie 2, Scary Movie 5. So yeah, this film isn't that bad. I think people are just giving it they're giving it too high standards. They're thinking, oh, it should be offensive, when really it's not that offensive. And I came into it not thinking it was going to be offensive because yeah, the marketing was in it's offensive, but it's fine. It's a good comedy movie, and that's all I wanted. Just a good time. It's nothing special. It's fun to have all the old actors back. That's all. Yeah, so I say go watch it. It's out today on digital, streaming, rent or buy, whatever it's on. So I say go give it a watch. Yeah, just go watch it.